Hello friends, how are you? This is Dr. Nagi, Ayurveda Medicine Doctor and also Isha Hatha Yoga teacher. So today in this video I am going to talk about how you can manage your hypertension with natural methods of Ayurveda. Many people wrote to me like they are already taking medicine and sometime their hypertension shoot up in spite of taking medicine. So why this happens and what can be done about it? Can you tell something in Ayurveda how we can help this hypertension in Ayurveda? Actually in Ayurveda as a disease hypertension nothing is mentioned, but in Ayurveda there is a concept of toxins. So when I speak about toxins, that toxins are not only about some kind of undigested food or certain kind of loose motions, or not toxins from this concept, but from the concept that these toxins get deposited in various parts of our body for long time, for years, and in the terminology in the form of ama, and in Ayurveda not atherosclerosis, which is considered as the major cause of hypertension, but also the cholesterol, the bad cholesterol or the trans fat that we eat which result into bad cholesterol or low density lipids which are not so good for health, and they got deposited in our arteries, or you can understand it in very simple language like this bad fat that got deposit in the arteries, which sometimes also responsible for hypertension. Sometimes it also cause cardiac problems, and in all these cases Ayurveda can help us, yoga can help us. So these are two boons that is very natural and they are very beneficial in hypertension and in cardiac diseases. Many researches has been done over it and still researches are going on, and many research papers have been already published like how yoga impacts hypertension and how Ayurveda herbs impact hypertension. So massive research has been happening on all these topics, and it is time that we make use of Ayurveda and yoga as a part of our life so that we can get rid of these hypertension and cardiac problems. And once your hypertension becomes normal, maybe no need medicines. The major mistake that cardiac patients and hypertensive patients does, they stop taking medicine because they say, okay, these medicines are doing side effects and now I am following Ayurveda and yoga, I don't need medicine. So for all those people who have thinking like this, so I would like to request a very important thing. If you are on medication regarding hypertension, don't immediately stop hypertensive medicines, just discarding like I don't need these medicines. These medicines are needed for now till your blood pressure doesn't come to normal, because as you know, whether Ayurveda or yoga, it's a slow going process, it's a lifestyle process. So it will take time till your blood pressure started going down. It's a very important thing which most of the people miss. So if you are on some medication prescribed by your specialist or doctor, keep taking this medicine. In addition to that, focus on lifestyle modification. And eventually, when with yoga and Ayurveda lifestyle, your hypertension started becoming lower and lower, again don't stop medication by yourself, go visit your specialist. And all specialists know, like if your hypertension is in certain range, he will reduce the dose. It is not he will put you on the same dose, though he will be happy and he will consciously reduce dose, and then you keep doing Ayurveda, yoga, and eventually the dose of medicine will become more or less. But don't self reduce the dose, always reduce dose with the recommendation of your doctor. That is very important, because what we see hypertension, we just see it is just a number like 140/90, above this is hypertension. But hypertension is much more than just a number. Hypertension is a systemic disease which is going to impact your all arteries everywhere. It is not something very dangerous, but it can be dangerous if you don't take precautions. So it is going to impact your every organ. So it is very, very important that you don't take this hypertension just lightly, just sometimes taking medicine, sometimes not taking medicine, not like that. Please follow the protocol. In addition to that, use these Ayurveda things and yoga things to reduce hypertension. So let's see what Ayurveda and yoga has to say about hypertension and cardiac problems. So first and foremost thing when it comes to hypertension is obesity. Yes, obesity is something where Ayurveda can help you in a great way. Obesity means your excessive weight or excessive fat in your central abdomen or in the middle area of your body. So what to do, how to reduce fat, regarding that we already have created video and the link of the video is in the description below. You can click on this link and you can make use of it. So in this thing Ayurveda will help you in a great way. And another way is keep yourself active physically, especially all those people who have kapha body type and all those people who have little overweight or more overweight. Okay, so you do physical activity, any kind of physical activity. You can go for a walk for 2 kilometers if your cardiac condition is stable and doctor has prescribed you to go for a walk. So you just go for a walk in nature or wherever you like. And don't overexert yourself, because if you have more weight you will get tired easily, very easily you get tired. So don't get scared, oh I get tired, I will not go for the walk. No, not like this. What you do, you go for a walk nearby. Whenever you feel tired, you sit for 5-10 minutes. It will not make much difference in your pace of walking, and don't feel like if you are sitting walking is become useless. You just sit for 5-6 minutes, again get up, again walk, again sit, again get up, again walk. So this way it's a healthy way of walking in which you will not get tired also, and the weight reduction will happen magically. So this is one trick that you can apply. Another thing is, it's very, very important for all those people who are cardiac patients and who have hypertension, that mentally involve yourself in your hobby, whatever your hobby is, so that your mind remains active all the time, so that it will not go into depressive thoughts and negative thinking. So one of the thing is, you put yourself in any kind of creativity, whatever you like. And when we are involved in something, we are just giving ourselves, it will make us extremely happy and it is very beneficial for us. Involvement doesn't mean like something to create anything or just, but you can spend time in boosting something, in boosting morale of something, in boosting some depressed person or some old person, because when you do this kind of thing for other person, you will feel happy. When you will bring smile to some other person's face, your face will become smiling naturally, and it will release the serotonin hormone, which is a happy hormone, in medical language it is called, and it will always keep you enthusiastic. So this is one way to relax your mind and reducing hypertension naturally. Also many times this happen that we get stuck in so many thought process and this thinking become headache. So all those people, you can try inner engineering or Shambhavi Mahamudra. So these practice is extremely beneficial in hypertension. In addition to that, you can do pranayama, breathing in a certain way, that is Nadi Shuddhi pranayama, or any pranayama, whatever you like from a trustworthy source. So this practice, just give 20 minutes of your life just for this practice and you will see miracles happen. Because many times this happen in many people, this hypertension is not because of certain physical disease, but it is mostly psychological. So in these cases, yoga and pranayama is the only medicine. In addition to that, some Ayurveda recommendations also I will tell, but this thing you try to make a part of your life. Regarding this, if you want any information, please write down to us. We will guide you how you can learn it. In addition to that, try to have 50% of your food as raw, which includes fresh seasonable fruits. So, these fruits will be extremely beneficial for you. In addition to that, try to consume freshly cooked meal which is cooked every day fresh, and try to consume it within 3 hours of cooking. Best is to consume as early as possible. That is more pranic value and more good for health. In addition to that, remove all the fatty things from your diet, like big burgers which contains a lot of creams and a lot of fat. When I am saying fat, I am saying like a lot of excessive cheese. Some burgers are filled with extra cheese, that you try to stop or avoid. You can have burger, but you try to make it without any cheese, and various kind of cheese are there in the markets these days, some artificial, some homemade. If you want to have cheese, try to have freshly homemade cheese, that is that even hypertensive person can eat. But cardiac person, still there is a question like, but a person who have cardiac problem, still it is a question like whether he can eat or not. You need to take recommendation from your doctor, because it depends on the condition of your heart. But excessive of cheese is not good, just little bit, this much pieces is good if your hypertension is under normal limits. Try to avoid excessive coffee and excessive tea. Why we need to avoid it? Because excessive tea and excessive coffee is vata enhancing, and it is also going to impact your nervous system. It it creates dryness in your arteries, and as you know, one of the side effect of hypertension, that it makes your arteries very rigid, means dry, means no flexibility. So, if you drink excessive coffee with your hypertension, it will be responsible to aggravate your hypertension. And if you are taking tea, this will excessive, then it will also aggravate your hypertension. What is the best way to take tea and coffee according to Ayurveda? Regarding that, we have created video. You can click on this link below, and you can get information from it, how to drink tea, how to drink coffee, how it's beneficial or not. So, another, and according to Ayurveda, which we recommend in most of our hypertension patients, the bark of one tree, the powder of the bark of one tree, that is called Arjuna, and the botanical name of this plant which I am going to recommend, it is Arjuna terminalia. So, this is the botanical name of the plant whose bark we are using as a treatment for hypertension and sometimes cardiac patients also. But it depends like which patient need how much dose, which patient is recommended for that. I am just trying to mention this herb so that I will try to assure you, like in Ayurveda also there are certain herbs which are extremely beneficial in hypertension and cardiac patients. But that does not mean, like this is just one example, like this is one of the herb which is extremely beneficial. Regarding that, a lot of research has already been happened. If you want, you can check the various research papers, like how it is impacting hypertension and how it is beneficial. But traditionally we were using it as a medicine to remove all the toxins from the system, especially the toxins related heart and toxins related arteries. So, this also works very well in hypertension, but at the same time you need to take this medicine only after the recommendation of some Ayurveda doctor, not self medication, because self medication, like I mentioned many times, it is not good for health when it comes to medicine, though it is herb, but still it is a medicine. how much to take, how not to take, what is the dosage of it. It depends on what is your body type, what is your constitution, and how is your present state of disease, how is the disease of, how is the history of past diseases, and what are the associated diseases along with this hypertension, because some people have kidney problem also along with hypertension, and the reason for hypertension is kidney disease. So it depends like which disease, for which disease which medicine we will give. It's a different kind of science. So self medication please don't do, but I just want to give you example, like yes, there are medicines in Ayurveda and regarding cardiac diseases, also regarding hypertension. Many people ask me, can we use bottle gourd juice also for cardiac patients and hypertension? For cardiac patients, it depends on the condition of heart, how is it? But for hypertension people, yes, you can use this bottle gourd, but make sure this bottle gourd should be grown organically without any kind of hormones. Because as soon as world saw the result of this bottle gourd is very good on hypertension, people started giving injections on the creepers, so that next day bottle gourd will be ready to sell as a business point of view. But if you are having this kind of bottle gourd, it is no good for health. Only that bottle gourd which is growing naturally under natural conditions. It should not be grown with some oxytocin injections. This kind of bottle gourd will not be good for health. Only organically grown bottle gourd. If you have organically grown bottle gourd, you can have its juice. How you can have it? You can have it early morning, empty stomach, because it is a great detoxifier. And how to take it? You just first pluck bottle gourd from your garden, like we also have garden at the back, and here, and you just take bottle gourd and then wash it with warm water, remove the outside peel, and then chop it into pieces and just put little bit of water and just put it in a juicer or anywhere where you want to make juice out of it, and then rinse it filter it, and then you can drink it with by putting little bit of pepper, little bit of salt and little bit of lemon for the taste. So it will become a very nice revitalizing drink. At the same time, it's a great detoxifier, but at the same time for some people, especially for the people whose digestive fire is not very strong, they also they also suffer with loose motions after drinking this bottle gourd juice. So you just try with a half cup or half glass in the beginning and see how your digestive fire respond to it and how your stomach behave after drinking it. And if you see it is well digested in your system, then you can have 1 glass. But more than 1 glass is not needed, because it can it also act as a laxative which will loosen up your stomach and everything will start coming out, and it will also be responsible for losing weight. So for obese people, the people who are having excessive fat, they can have 1 glass. It will be a great detoxifier. It's very beneficial for health, but not for all. So, so that's all for today's video. I hope you will like this video. And if you like this video, please don't forget to share it with your friends and family, and also especially for the people who are suffering with hypertension and cardiac ailments. Regarding cardiac ailments, it's very important that don't do anything without doctor's prescription. It's very, very important, because cardiac diseases are, that is called Hriday Rog in Ayurveda. Hriday means heart in Ayurveda. But there is another way of treating those diseases. Here I am mostly here in this video I am focusing mostly on hypertension, because people were asking about hypertension. So I created video about hypertension. So I hope you will like this video. Thank you so much for watching me. And if you are watching me for the first time, there is a bell icon, there is a subscription button. Click the bell icon, hit the subscription button, so that you stay in tune with our upcoming videos. Also, if you would like to support us, there is a join button near subscription button. You can click this join button and you can support us. Also, if you have any question, please write down your question in the comment section. I will try to answer your questions in the best possible way. and we are extremely grateful for all the love and affection that you are providing us by supporting us. Thank you so much. So with this note, I would like to say stay healthy, stay blessed, take care, and don't forget to share. Bye. Take care.